Tony asks me every week, you got the link to that game? It's the same every week.
Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Centennial Bank Field.
Good evening, Red Devil fans, and welcome to Quitman up here in Cleburne County, where tonight the Red Devils have traveled just a little over an hour away to take on the Quitman Bulldogs. I'm Scott Warren, and alongside me is my broadcast partner, Zach Phillips, back from a week in Japan last week. So
back from my suspension is what everybody else said. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, good to have you back.
Yes, sir. No, I'm excited about tonight. We got a good one ahead of us.
We have a good one. Last season when these two teams met, it was a track meet, and Quitman came out on top, winning in a shootout 52-45, and that was a back-and-forth game. And it's one of those, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, the loss at Melbourne, the one-point loss at Melbourne kind of hung over. And
bit of a loss hangover there, and that's, we walked into the Quitman game last year. There was no reason for us to lose to Quitman last year, and, we just made some mistakes that were uncharacteristic for our football team, and, hopefully looking to get a little get a get back tonight with these Bulldogs.
And last year when these two teams met, really the damage was done for Quitman by one man, and that was their quarterback Jordan Moore Payne, who ran for over 160 yards, threw for over 300 and 3 touchdowns. Quitman rolled up 577 all-purpose yards in that game, and he's on pace to do pretty much the same thing he did last year this year. He's a really good quarterback, so we have to keep an eye on him. We're going to take a 1-minute break while we do the pregame festivities here, and we'll come back with more Red Devil football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Productions. Game, but got right last week against Melbourne at home, and had a big win there, 38-7.
Yeah, Red Devils are going to come out tonight, and we got some wet conditions. We got some rain coming down out here. We're sitting under the canopy in the visitor bleachers, so you're going to hear some volume tonight from the Red Devil faithful. We've asked them to keep it to a respectful level tonight, but there is no guarantees if the officiating starts going a little bit south, as it has sometimes this season. Scott, what do you think, looking at the game tonight, what do you think are going to be the Red Devils' keys to victory coming into this game? That is, there's a lot of playoff implications coming out of this one tonight.
Yeah, you have both these teams sitting here at 3-1. You've got two teams who are at the top right now, Salem and Mayflower at 4-0 in the conference. The next two teams are Atkins and Quitman at 3-1. So the team who wins this one tonight is going to be in they're going to be within striking distance of either one of those first two teams. They still have to play each other. We have to play Mayflower at the end of the year. So there's a lot that can still happen. But if you can get up into one of those top two spots, you host a home playoff game, which is huge. So that's kind of what's on the line here tonight. For Atkins, I think one of the keys is going to be obviously Jordan Moore Payne, their great quarterback from Quitman. Going to have to keep an eye on him. I would expect that we're going to put a spy on him all night long and try not to let him get out of the pocket. That's where he hurt us last year. He threw for over 300 yards, but when the receivers were covered and the pocket collapsed. He got outside and was able to do some damage there with his legs, and going to have to limit that tonight. Quitman has probably one of the biggest lines, if not the biggest, that we're going to face all year long. They're big, they can be physical, but the issue is they don't have a lot of numbers, so they're going to have to go both ways. And with our depth and our quality depth that we've talked about all year long, I think we can wear them down.
Yeah, I think that's going to have to be the strategy tonight. Don't get discouraged early if you come out and Quitman's powerful, and they are strong. And you can look out on the field, and you can tell they've got size, they've got strength. But like you said, let's wear them down, get it into the second half of this game. Obviously we've lost our all-star running back in Mason Martin, who has gone down with a torn ACL, among other things. I was speaking with him before the game. He said, anything that could have been done to my knee happened to my knee. He's done for the year. He wishes he could be out there with his teammates. But, man, in his place last week, I got to watch that game while I was sitting in Tokyo. Got to watch the game. Man, Cooper Goodall stepped up in a huge way, but not just Cooper. There were other guys who stepped up, ran the ball well last week for this Red Devil offense. And I think that's going to be the key with this offensive line tonight is just bear with it. Both sides of the ball are going to be wearing down the same guys for Quitman. Give it time. Just, jab, 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 and you just wait for that one big opportunity for an uppercut.
Yeah, wait for the opening for the knockout blow. With the wet conditions that you mentioned, temperatures right around 55 degrees, rain off and on. We're expecting, I was looking at the forecast just a little bit ago, the radar, it shows that from now until about 9 p.m. there's a pretty decent chance of rain throughout the night. So that's going to maybe have some kind of effect on the game, but I would think that would favor a team that runs the ball a lot. And
I would
even being down an all-state running back like Mason Martin last week, Dakota Ham got the start. Mason Vick got some more carries, but you mentioned Cooper Goodall, the sophomore. He had over 150 yards rushing last week, over 50 yards receiving. He went over 200 scrimmage yards, and he is now our leading rusher for the season. 57 carries, 494 yards. It's about a 9-yard average. He scored 5 touchdowns on the season. So I would imagine those guys are going to share the load again tonight and probably get a heavy dose of the run game.
Yeah, I definitely expect that as we see the team captains going to midfield to go through the coin toss. Noticing Davin Bowden rocking the dreads out there tonight. Not got the afro that we're used to seeing him with. Number 21 has been doing some damage catching the ball this year. He has been a force to reckon with, but on the other side of the receiving core, we do have one of our top receivers that is out tonight. Tanner Hegeman setting out tonight. Yeah,
Tanner is the leading receiver for this team. He was injured on the last play of the first half last week and went out, did not return, and is not in uniform tonight. So Davin is going to have to step up along with the other receivers. Last week, Jackson Kennicksader came in. The sophomore came in the second half, did a really good job blocking downfield, had a catch in the second half, and did a wonderful job. Kind of pressed into service there, so would imagine we'll see him more tonight. But, going to go to our running backs catch out of the backfield. We've completed passes to 13 different receivers this season. 10 of them have multiple catches, so no shortage of weapons to throw the ball to when Cole gets ready to zip it tonight.
Yeah, I think we've got a fun ball game that's going to be ahead of us. There's some blood that's going on here. I know there's some former Atkins coaches over on the other sideline there. Well wishes to Coach Bobo over there. But
every game except tonight.
Every game except tonight, we wish well for Coach Bobo. Hopefully we walk out of here with a dominating win. You mentioned tonight also Mayflower's got their game coming up. I think Mayflower's playing Episcopal tonight.
I think so.
And then Salem is playing Mountain View tonight. Yep. So we're anticipating both of those teams will be going 8-1 after the night, or excuse me, 8-0 after the night tonight. So this one is huge. This locks someone into that third place spot right now, which doesn't get you a home playoff game just yet. But like we mentioned, this is going to come down to the wire. We're not going to know who's 1, who's 2 until the very last game of the season this year.
Quitman has won a toss, and they have elected to receive. So the Red Devils will be kicking off to the Quitman Bulldogs first. Quitman rocking the pink jerseys tonight.
It's different.
It is a different look.
Yep. I've never seen a team with pink jerseys. Yeah, pink tops, black bottoms there for the Quitman Bulldogs.
Those black helmets with the big gold Q on the side of them. The Red Devils are in all white tonight. White tops with the red trim, red numbers. White pants with the 2 red stripes down the leg, and those white helmets with that big
they look sharp.
kind of glowing Red Devil emblem on the side.
Yeah, got that chrome Red Devil emblem on there, and hopefully going to be looking to light up the Quitman Bulldogs tonight. Send to the dog pound as the Red Devils run through the paper and head to the sideline, led by Cade Bartlett, number 54, carrying the flag.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Red Devil defense just a little bit before we get here for the kickoff. We're going to see them probably on the field first, unless we have an onside kick that we happen to recover. But on the season, obviously John Davis leads the way for the Red Devils. Had 14 tackles last week. He leads 3A football with 69 total tackles, 12 of those tackles for loss. He's got 5 sacks.
And can we make a note that the first 4 games of the season, John did not play more than the first half?
Right, yeah, absolutely. He's done that in limited time, and he is just really the last 2 weeks. He's got 30 tackles in the last 2 weeks, 16 the week before, 14 last week. So he's really come on. Mason Vick has 41 tackles, 6 for loss, 2 sacks. Dayton Rawlings has 31 tackles, 14 of those for loss, 3 sacks. AMT was all over the field defensively last week. Hegeman, Kinnick, Sater, Sims, Lindboom, Davis each have 1 interception. Davis and Lindboom got those in last week's game as we were able to pick off the Melbourne quarterback 2 times. And you know, I do expect that Jordan Moore-Payne is going to try to throw the ball tonight. So hopefully this defense can come up with some turnovers.
And one of the things you talked about last year, they just gashed us all night long. The defense is different this year. Instead of a 4-3, we've got a 3-4 defense. We've got 4 linebackers on the field at all times, and that really gives us the ability to cover sideline to sideline a little bit better than we had last year. I'm expecting to see a QB spy on Moore-Payne all night and maybe rotating between those linebackers out there. It's not going to be the same guy the whole night.
We've got several guys who can do that. Jordan Moore-Payne is a very mobile quarterback, very fast, but our linebackers across the board are about as fast as you can find in 3A football.
AMT, man. AMT is one of the fastest guys from sideline to sideline that I've seen. John Davis is there with him. Tate Sweden is another guy that just gets out there. Mason Vick. There's so many guys that line up there at that linebacker position that can handle business at any given moment.
Before we kick it off here, as Kenny Rivas is getting it on the tee and getting ready to go, I want to say congratulations to the junior high Red Devils. They had a big 47-6 win over Quitman at home last night. They are 9-0 on the season.
Yes,
they will travel to Salem Thursday night for the conference title. So good luck to the junior high Red Devils.
Absolutely. Huge game last night for the junior high Red Devils. Lincoln Taylor, the king of called back touchdowns, had another touchdown that was called back last night and having a great year there. Him and Braxton Kaufman had a great season as Quitman is going to receive the kick there. Red Devils are going to give up some space over on that far sideline, and he is going to be pushed out of bounds, looks like around the 31 or the 32-yard line, and that's going to be where the Quitman offense sets up shop.
One of our kick coverage guys had a chance at him at about the 20, and he was able to break free from that tackle and pick up about 10 extra yards. Quitman is going to set up shop just outside their own 30-yard line to start their first drive. And before we get that drive underway, I do want to just let those of you who are watching our live stream know that we're on the visitor stands and we're set up, and we do have some internet issues, maybe some freezing up on your screen, but hopefully that'll clear up as we go along in the game tonight.
Yeah, down front for the Red Devils tonight, you've got Dayton Rawlings at that left end position, Big Cam Danubi right in the middle, and Blake Mitchell at that right end position. Those guys have been money all season long for the Red Devils, and they're going to have their work cut out for them with this massive offensive line. As Quitman goes empty backfield, quick pass over to the left side. It's completed. And, Scott, this is more of the same as what we saw last year. This is what Quitman did to beat Atkins last year.
Yeah, that fast screen game is something they're going to lean on tonight, and that's what they did. Right at first, we do have a penalty marker on the field at about the 40-yard line. The officials are getting together to talk about that. You would expect that is going to be something maybe in the blocking downfield. So, and Quitman is walking back, so it is going to be against Quitman.
But that, I mean, there you go. Opening play of the game. Quitman's going to show you what they're going to try to do all night long. Quick little pass over to the sideline on the left side, and the quarterback has a little space with his receiver, and there he goes. I mean, that was a quick pickup of 15 yards before the penalty, which is going to back them up.
Yeah, where the penalty occurred, it's a hold, and so it's 10 yards, but it occurred 10 yards away. So basically it's like we're starting all over. First and about 11.
It's going to be a handoff right up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 4 before he's brought down there. Cam Danubi, Tate Sweden in on the tackle for the Red Devils.
AMT getting up off the pile there as well. That first play, Quitman came out with 3 receivers split far to the right. They were way outside, and then 2 to the left. Now they're kind of going back to that one-back set there.
It's going to be another handoff Oh, he is caught immediately. Camden Newby just reached out and put a ham hock on him and brought him right down.
And you could tell the running back thought he had a little bit of room there, and like you said, Camden Newby just reached out and grabbed him. That was number 6, Devin Boyce, on the carry for Quitman, and Camden shut that down in a hurry.
And Camden's a big fella. If he gets his hand on you, you are going down. He is a big fella.
3rd and 6 for Quitman. Ball at the 35.
Quarterback looking right. There's holding on Dayton Raleigh. Dayton is spun down. And that pass is in the air. That's going to be overthrown. Good break there for the Red Devils. Good pressure by that defensive front to not give Quitman any time to throw the ball. That'll bring up 4th and 6.
Pressure that time from Dayton Rawlings, and then
Blake Mitchell, too.
Yeah, Blake Mitchell late from the other side as Jordan Moore Payne was flushed by the Dayton Rawlings pressure. Kind of pushed him over to Blake's side, and Moore Payne just set up and threw it downfield just over the outstretched arm of his receiver. It's going to be 4th and 6. Quitman going to be in a punt formation.
Back to receive the punt is number 30, Ethan Langley, and number 7, Ethan Lindboom. And Langley is going to be the one that fields it right there. And that's going to be a fair catch around the 30-yard line, and that's going to be, 31-yard line. That's going to be where the Red Devils set up shop. See what this offense has in store for the Bulldogs tonight.
So good job there by the Red Devil defense on the first possession that Quitman had. Got a little help with that first penalty. Quitman got a big hitter there off the bat, but it was called back because of a penalty, and then the defense held fast and forced them into a 3-and-out situation, had to punt. Now let's see what the Red Devil offense can do.
Cooper Goodall is going to be the running back to start the game back there with Cole Crawford. We're going to have 3 wideouts to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. Crawford in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself right up the middle. He's got some room, and he's going to go down around the 35-yard line, pickup of about 4 yards on the play.
The late flag comes in right where the tackle was made. It comes in from the referee. That's likely going to be a hold against the Red Devils.
Yep, get a holding against the Red Devils. That's going to back him up. Should be, that's going to replay first down, but probably going to be 1st and 15 maybe.
Somewhere around that, yeah. So already in the early going, both teams guilty of holding.
Oh, wow, they're putting that way back. It's going to be 1st and 20 almost for the Red, 1st and 18, 19. Nope, it is 1st and 20 for the Red Devils. I can say that hold was right at the line of scrimmage. Empty backfield for Crawford. He's going to get it. He looks left. He has a completion there. I believe that's Koenigsader, who's going to pick up a little bit of that yardage.
He's going to get back near the original line of scrimmage.
It's going to be a pickup of about, it's hard to tell. We are very close to the field here. That's going to be a pickup of about 9 yards there for Koenigsader.
It was actually Dakota Ham who made that catch.
Again, we do not have the greatest vantage point, so if we missay names tonight, we apologize. It's going to be handoff to Goodall. He's going to be hit shortly after he gets the ball. He picks up about 3 yards there, and that's going to bring up about 3rd and 8.
Inside handoff, kind of a little trap play there. Give to Goodall. He just didn't get a lot of room to run up the middle. It is going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. As Allen Horn comes on for the Red Devils, he's going to be over on the right side with Davin Bowden. Split to the left is Mason Vick and Jackson Koenigsader.
Crawford takes a snap, looks right. He's going to let one go, and that one's going to be dropped. Mason Vick was there in the flat, but I'm not sure how much yardage he would have actually gotten. He had a defender bearing down on him.
Pass just a little bit behind him. He had to reach up about his shoulder pad and try to catch it over his right shoulder and just not able to bring it in. But I'm like you, Zach. I don't know how far he would have gotten had he been able to secure the catch. So that's going to put Atkins into a punt formation, 4th and 8. 9:18 left to go in the first. No score. Both teams trading punts here on their opening drives.
Yeah, a little back and forth, little jabs going on, feeling each other out. Both teams hurt by penalties there on their first drive. That's going to be a high punt there for Crawford. That's going to bounce. That's a good Atkins bounce, and that's going to come down around the 29-yard line, and that'll be where Quitman takes over. So first drive, both teams end up with punts. Both teams end up with penalties that hurt them, and couldn't quite come back from those penalties.
Couldn't overcome them. hopefully that's not a sign of things to come, that we have a lot of penalties tonight.
I hope not. Coach Dobbs having a conversation with his offensive line over there on the sideline as this defense goes out to try to handle business one more time. Camden Newby still the nose tackle out there. Normally he's swapped with Seth Davis by now, but he is still out there. Quarterback takes it himself, looks to the left. He's got nowhere to go. Dayton Rawlings and big Camden Newby are the ones that bring him down.
Camden Newby busy in the early going on this one. He's got a couple of tackles to his credit. Good job that time of getting into the heart of the defense and then just kind of coming back, working back and tackling Jordan Moore Payne from the backside as he was trying to work his way down the line to the right side and find some room. Just get it bounced out. Camden Newby didn't let that happen.
One of the things you got to love about Newby and about Dayton Rawlings, those two guys have a firm belief that nobody can stop them. Quarterback drops back. John Davis gets through, and the quarterback is down. Big sack for John Davis in this Red Devil defense.
John Davis grabbed him around the ankles. Mason Vick came in late to topple him over, but that's a huge loss for Quitman. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and about 15 for them.
8:15 left here in the first quarter. Score is still 0-0 as the Red Devil defense is getting the upper hand on Quitman. It's going to be 3rd and 15 or 16.
Zach, you have to give credit to that Red Devil defensive front. Dayton Rawlings, Camden Newby, and Blake Mitchell for occupying space and giving those linebackers a chance to get through and get pressure on the quarterback.
And we're going to rush 3 here. Defensive lineman coming through. Quarterback's got some time. Blake Mitchell gets through. Blake's got him. Blake and Dayton Rawlings come up with a huge sack there. The Red Devil defense is fired up.
A 3-man rush, and they get that kind of pressure on one of the biggest lines that we faced all year long. That's tremendous by this Red Devil defense.
Tenacity. You cannot stop those guys. They are hungry. The pit bull, the gobstopper, those guys are hungry down there tonight.
They just kept pushing that offensive line back, and Jordan Moore Payne ran out of real estate, and now ball's going to be all the way back at the Quitman 12.
Standing in the end zone to punt this kick as we've got Lynn Boom and Langley back to get this one. And that's going to, that's a very short punt. We need to look up to see where it's at. That's going to take a Quitman bounce, and that's going to come dead in Quitman territory around the 40-yard line, and Atkins going to have tremendous field position here with 7-11 coming into their next drive. Great job by this Red Devil defense.
Yeah, pinned Quitman deep, and they had to punt, like you said, from their own end zone and just couldn't get a lot on it, and that one doesn't even cross midfield.
And now Blake Mitchell going out there for the offense, probably going to be in that up-back position. I'm expecting a power run right here, Scott.
He's lined up on the left side at that tight end spot. We don't see that formation a lot, but we know that he can play that position. 3 receivers to the right.
Crawford's going to keep it himself, bounces to the left. He's going to have to outrun him, and Cole is going to get tackled out of bounds, but not after a good pickup of 6 yards for the quarterback.
Good gain on first down as Cole Crawford wanted to go up the middle. Nothing there. He bounced it outside and able to get into a 2nd and short situation, be 2nd and about 4 yards.
Good wisdom, good senior leadership there by Cole, not to try to force something, but just bounces it out and makes a good play. Cooper Goodall in the backfield. Crawford hands off to Dakota Ham. Dakota's got room. He may be gone. Dakota's breaking. Come on. And Dakota's going to go down around the 15-yard line. Great run, hard run by Dakota Ham.
He broke a tackle at about the 20 and then carried 2 defenders down to the 15-yard line, and the Red Devils are going NASCAR. They're up over the ball quickly. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 15.
Crawford back with Goodall, takes a snap. It's another handoff to Ham.
Same play.
Yep, same play going left. Dakota makes a good cut there and gets down to the 10-yard line where he's going to go out of bounds. Actually, they're going to say he's out at the 11.
He threw a stiff arm on number 6, Devin Boyce, and got a few extra yards before he lost his balance and fell out of bounds there, but good pickup on first down. It'll be 2nd and about 6 for the Red Devils.
Blake Mitchell still out on the field for the Red Devils. Mason Vick out on the far side as well. Those guys are the up-backs they get used pretty often here. Goodall in at running back. Crawford's going to roll to his right. He's got Bowden down there. That pass is completed over to Blake Mitchell, and I think that one is going to be maybe a pickup of 1. And that's what the referee's going to indicate. Yeah. That's going to be a pickup of 1 down to the 10-yard line.
Blake got to the 10 before he was forced back. So if I'm not mistaken, that's his first catch of the year.
It is.
So we've now completed passes to 14 different players.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Red Devils here, down inside the Quitman red zone.
6 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first. Neither team able to get on the board so far, but the Red Devils are threatening here at the 10-yard line.
Crawford takes a snap, keeps it himself. He goes right up the gut. He's got space. And that's going to be a touchdown, Red Devils. Cole Crawford walks it in for the Red Devils, and that's going to give them a 6-0 lead over Quitman.
3rd down and 5 from the 10. Cole Crawford just patiently working his way over to that right side, and he found the end zone to put the Red Devils on the board 6-0. The Kenny Rivas extra point is on the way.
Or is it? The Red Devils are lining up in a 2-point, and nope, they're gonna rotate out of this. Red Devil faithful are loving what they see so far.
That's what I heard.
Kenny Rivas back to kick this one. He's been tremendous this year, kicking extra points.
28 out of 30 on the season, make it 29 out of 31, and the Red Devils have a 7-0 lead with 5:57 left to go in the first. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Productions. Opened up a 7-0 lead on their second drive of the night, and Cole Crawford took it in from 10 yards out. The Kenny Rivas extra point makes it 7-0. But that's a case, Zach, of the defense leading to offense there. Pinned Quitman deep, forced them to punt, took over at the Quitman 40, and went right down the field and put it in the end zone.
And that's what you've got to do tonight. If you're going to get this win tonight, you have got to punish Quitman for mistakes that they make. And on the same hand, that's Quitman's goal as well. Kick is going to be fielded at the 8-yard line. Red Devil special teams unit is going to get him. A couple of broken tackles there. He's going to go down around the 24-yard line, and that's going to be where the Quitman offense starts this drive. Man, great job there. You mentioned it, defense leading to offense. Defense pinned them deep, and the Red Devil offense came out and handled business.
We'll see if we can get a repeat of that on the second, on this Quitman possession. See if we can get a second touchdown on the board.
Seth Davis subbed in for Camden Newby, and we've talked all season about the depth we have down there at the defensive line position, specifically at the nose guard with that 1A and 1B position. Quarterback hands off right up the gut, pushing and shoving. He's going to go down quickly. Tate Sweden in on that tackle, as well as number 22, AMT, Austin Martin Trussell.
Blake Mitchell, the one at the bottom of the pile, he just worked his way in from that right defensive tackle position and got low and stayed low, and ball carrier just had nowhere to go for Quitman. That's number 6, Devin Boyce. He's had a hard time getting some running room tonight.
He has. This defensive front, and it's 3 guys.
Yeah.
It's 3 guys that are doing a lot of the damage right now.
Quitman shifting some personnel. They're going to have 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, empty backfield.
Heavy diamond formation up top of the screen there. Quarterback's going to keep it himself over to the left side. He's going to get run down. John Davis slings him down with a hard hurricane tackle there. And he's going to get brought down around the 29-yard line, and it's going to bring up about 3rd and 5. Man, good open field tackle there by John Davis. If he gets his hands on you, you are not getting away from him.
Yeah, and that was a case of Quitman loading the far side of the field up and running to the short side with the quarterback on the keeper. Now they're going to flip things around. They've got 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, but everybody kind of tight to that line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5 here. Quarterback looks to his left. He's got pressure.
And
there's holding there. My goodness.
Dayton Rawlings was getting mugged.
Very good. Nah, that was terrible. There's a block in the back that was happening there. Ethan Limboom comes up with the tackle. Dakota Ham tried to get the strip, couldn't get it. But, man, Dayton Rawlings has got surely had a half his laundry left out on the field over there, Scott.
That pass was complete to P.J. Garrett, number 3 for Quitman. That's a long gainer into Red Devil territory. Now Quitman trying to go quick.
Red Devil defense getting lined up here. No time for subs. Quarterback's going to keep it himself over to the left side. He's going to get brought down. Big hit there. I believe that, and there's a
Blake
penalty
Mitchell.
flag, late penalty flag thrown there. Not sure what that one's going to be. What? A personal foul?
He called personal foul roughing the passer.
The quarterback ran
Oh,
it.
now he's got a hold. Okay.
Okay, it's a hold.
All right.
It's a whole, okay, that was a.
His first indication was
roughing the passer.
Yeah, the roughing the passer.
I'm like,
but that's
you can't rough the passer on a designated QB run.
Yeah.
He's
not a passer at that point. He's a running back.
That's
Fair
right.
game.
That's right. And that's going to back them up. That's going to eat away some of the yards they got there on that huge gainer. That's going to bring them back to the 35-yard line. They are in Atkins territory with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Red Devils with a 7-0 lead. Quitman looking to answer and get on the board. Tie things up here.
Red Devils coming at him. Empty backfield. Quarterback's going to throw one out there. That's going to be a pass wow.
Yeah,
yep, there it is.
Late flag.
Yeah, that was, I think it's Wyatt Hearn out there on him.
Hearn.
And his, I knew they were going to call that as soon as, and you know the indicator. He didn't turn. He didn't look for the ball. His hands were out in front of his man, and they're going to get that every time.
And that's the big thing. He did kind of turn and sort of make at least feign an effort to find the ball, but he extended his arms. You get those arms out into the receiver, they're going to call that every time.
Even if there's not a lot of contact, that is an indicator. They're looking for that. They will throw that penalty flag every time, and that one's going to hurt the Red Devils.
It's not going to be enough for a first down, but it is going to get them.
It should be about first and 3.
No, it'll be first and about 5. It should be.
Yeah, you're right. 1st and 5 here.
4:05 left on the first quarter clock. Red Devils with a 7-0 lead. And now Quitman deep in Red Devil territory. Ball right at the 20.
Quarterback rolls to his left. He's got pressure. He is going to get it. He's escaping that pressure. He is going towards the red zone. He's met by Lindboom, and then a gang tackle of Red Devils. But that's a really solid pickup there for Quitman, and that's going to be more than enough for a first down. I think they're going to field that down around the 8-yard line.
And that's a good example of what Jordan Moore-Payne can do to you. You know, it looked like he was dead to rights in the backfield. He's able to just stay on his feet, just be patient and wait for an opportunity, and he got upfield and got a first down.
Yep, high snap there. Quarterback takes it. He hands it off, and running back's got room. Missed tackling is hurting us, and there he's just going to get in there for the touchdown, and that's going to be a Quitman Bulldog touchdown as they go to answer this thing, and they show off their fancy lights.
Yeah, they do have the LED flashing lights when they score a touchdown. So
this is not a good stadium. If you're epileptic, this is not the stadium for you. You should stay home.
Well, if we can just keep Quitman off the board, it won't matter. So.
That's right. But again, hey, we saw it down on this end, defense leading to a touchdown, and Red Devils making Quitman pay for the mistake, and down here, Quitman making Atkins pay for their mistakes.
Extra point on the way for Quitman. Kick
almost
is
blocked.
Up, and it is good.
Man, I don't know how John didn't block that.
So that ties the score at 7 with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Productions. Quitman able to even the score at 7 with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left, and they will kick it away to the Red Devils. So good answer there by the Bulldogs as Atkins took the early lead. Both teams kind of trading first possessions, punting back and forth to each other, but Red Devils got on the board first, and Quitman able to put a drive together with the benefit of a pass interference penalty that pushed them deep into Red Devil territory, and they pay it off with a 10-yard run there to even the score at 7.
Red Devils are kind of creeping up here on this kickoff. They're not expecting anything deep here.
Number 4, Jamari Lovelace to kick off, and Quitman likes the sky kick. They like to kick it really high and short, and that's what they do there. And Mason Vick takes it. Kind of where Mason Vick catches that, and who catches it, you would expect maybe he's going to take a knee, but he got up the field, and Red Devils are going to have good starting field position. Ball going to be at about their own 43-yard line to start this drive.
Yeah, Mason Vick ain't scared. He had an opportunity to catch that ball, get a few extra yards for his team there, and did a good job with that. And Red Devils are going to take over right there. Great field position, about the 43-yard line.
Red Devils come out with 3 receivers to the left, nobody to the right.
Goodall in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Cooper. He's headed up the gut, and he's got some yards there fighting forward. That's going to be a pickup. Man, it looks like a good pickup of about 5 yards.
Yeah, and it didn't look like there was much there. Not a lot of room, and Cooper just kept his legs moving and pushing the pile. Offensive line giving him an assist there, and he picks up 4 yards to make it 2nd and 6. Now Cooper going to come out in the formation to the left.
Dakota Ham in the backfield now for the Red Devils.
Solo receiver to the right, 3 to the left.
Hand off to Ham. He's going to try to bounce around. That's a face mask. There's the penalty for it. It doesn't.
Probably going to be a 5-yard variety as Dakota Ham is stacked up right about the line of scrimmage.
That's going to.
But that should be a 5-yard penalty.
From the line of scrimmage. That should be, what, 2nd and 1 now?
Yeah, it
that down.
Should be about 2nd and 1.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine them giving him an intentional 15-yarder for that.
He just got his hand up there high trying to make a tackle, did the Quitman defender, and immediately dropped it, didn't hold on to that face mask. So we'll see. The officials still talking things over, talking about where to spot it, where to mark the penalty from. Our wide hat now going to move over to the Quitman side, the press box side.
Give them the indication that just the 5-yard variety there on the face mask.
Yeah.
They're going to bring up second. They're going to say 2nd and 2. Well, that's
a long one or a short 2.
Yeah, long 1, short 2, half glass full kind of situation.
I like
there.
our chances to pick it up either way.
Yeah, I do too. Good handoff here to Cooper Goodall, who just has a knack for getting first downs. Crawford takes it. Catch is made there by Davin Bowden, who goes out of bounds.
Just inside the 45. It is enough for the first down. So that moves the chains, keeps the drive alive with 2:41 left to go in the first quarter. Tied up at 7.
Red Devils getting off into Quitman territory here, trying to get towards the end zone, make something happen here before the end of the first quarter. Goodall, the lone back in the backfield with Crawford. 3 receivers up top of your screen, 1 down to the bottom. Hand off to Goodall. He's met pretty quickly, but he fights forward. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. Just not a whole lot there.
Yeah, again, Quitman's defensive line just doing a good job of making a mess up front and not giving Cooper a lot of room to run through.
There's some size, and just looking at the 2 lines, they definitely have a height advantage on our offensive line.
Yeah, they go 6'3", 6'4", all across, pretty much all across that offensive and defensive line. But like we said in the pregame, those guys play both ways. So toward the second half, I think that's going to work to our advantage.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, man, I'd like to be in a shorter offensive lineman as Crawford takes a snap. That pass is completed to Koenigsader near the first down marker. That should be about a yard short, or maybe a couple inches.
I think they're going to give it to him.
Yeah,
He's right at the marker.
Yeah, that should be a first down, Scott. That's real close. I mean, a good thing if they measure it, you're only a few inches away. Go and measure it, ref.
He's looking at it, and he is going to measure.
Yeah, we need to. I mean, you're why not? You're a foot and a half away from it.
Yeah, the chains are going to have to move just literally the width of the boundary.
Yeah.
They're outside the white chalk and the ball right on the inside of that chalk. So not going to take them very long to figure this one out. But I think Koenigsader got just enough for the first down.
That's going to be real close. Great job there by the sophomore. What is it? What's the indication?
It's just short.
Inches.
By about, a couple of inches. So
let's get a tush push. Let's get 3rd and an inch here, and this is definitely 4-down territory.
Yeah.
I don't anticipate the Red Devils have a problem getting this first down.
No, we can probably pick it up with a quarterback run or a give to Goodall. They're going to bring in a jumbo package, though. I think Camden Newby and Dayton Rawlings are running over to get into the offensive huddle.
Yeah.
So
this is their goal line package if they come out with big Camden. Camden runs 350 pounds. I mean, he's a bowling ball through the middle of that line. And that's going to be what they do. Camden Newby coming out there to add some beef to that offensive front along with the offensive line. Man, that is a heavy offensive front there for the Red Devils. Cooper Goodall is going to be in the Wild Devil formation back there. Cole Crawford going to stay on the sidelines for this one.
Single receiver out to the right side, 3 up backs, and Cooper, you would expect, just going to tuck in right behind them, and now we've got a whistle and a flag.
It's going to be a false start against the Red Devils. The referee saw some movement there. I didn't see it. But that'll back it up. Be 3rd and 5.
So that's going to pull the jumbo package off the field, and the traditional offensive set's going to go back out there.
Missed opportunity there for the Red Devils to get an easy first down.
3rd and a couple of inches becomes 3rd and 5.
Hopefully that one doesn't come back to bite them. Minute 33 left here in the first quarter. The score is 7-7. Red Devils and Bulldogs have just traded touchdowns back and forth so far. Both defenses have done a pretty good job of containing everything and just making everybody pay for their mistakes. Crawford takes a snap. He's got a ton of pressure. That pass is completed to Bowden, who's going to bubble outside. He's fighting, but Davin is going to – wow, they're going to say he's out of bounds.
He broke out of the pack over there, but he did get forced out of bounds. He picked up a couple, so it's going to make it
4th and 3.
4th and 2. Yeah, 4th and about 2.
Yeah, this obviously you go for it here. In we're trying to go fast here. Crawford's lining up a turbo. As soon as they set the ball, we're going to be ready to snap this thing. Cooper Goodall in the backfield. 3 receivers down the bottom of the screen, 1 at the top. Went with the hard count, tried to draw him off sides there. Did not work, and now Coach Dobbs is putting in the play call. 7 seconds on the play clock.
You see Coach Bobo on the other side calling his defense and trying to alert them of what's going on.
Crawford is not going to get it, man. They're not going to call that face mask.
A very high tackle. Either looked like either a face mask or a horse collar.
Crawford's coming up hurt on that one too. Yeah, that was a very, very high tackle on the neck there of Cole Crawford, and he is coming up limping.
May have twisted a knee or an ankle as he was being drugged down, trying to go forward and get the first down yardage, just not able to pick it up. Needed to get just inside the 35 and got right down to the 35. So Cole off on the sideline holding that right knee right now.
Yeah, and we've seen him with a couple of injuries this season. That knee is hurting him. He's going to try to walk it off here, but that is one player the Red Devils absolutely need.
Jordan Moore Payne takes it right up the middle.
Hard tackle there by John Davis to bring him down to the turf. Excuse me, by AMT to bring him down to the turf.
But a gain of about 9 for Jordan Moore Payne as he just went right up the middle as soon as he took the snap. A design quarterback run. Quitman trying to go quick here in a pistol formation.
Going to be a handoff to the running back. He's got a first down, but he is met at the line by several Red Devils, but that will definitely be enough for a first down, as Quitman is going to move the ball up to about the 47-yard line, nearing midfield.
They needed about 1. They got about 3 on that one, so did pick up the first down. Clock rolling, 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We're tied at 7.
This is not what you like to see over on the Red Devil sideline. Cole Crawford still grimacing over here with that hurting right knee. Just trying to walk it off. Quitman, quarterback takes a snap. He's got a little bit of space, but John Davis chased him down from the back.
Yeah, that space he had closed up in a hurry as John Davis pursued from the backside, able to bring him down. And I think that's going to be the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, they're going to head over to the sideline, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Red Devils and Bulldogs tied up 7-7 down here in Quitman. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a fun game left ahead of us.
We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll come back with the second quarter. This is Red Devil Football on 100.9 Quick FM and Red Devil Media Production.